Right now we're going to Mariella Masuda's office.
Swimming in December, heading for the city lights. 1975.
So right now we're going to talk with Mariella Masuda, and she is the area director of sales. And we're going to ask her a little bit about how outsourcing has affected the hotel industry as a whole and what her personal thoughts on outsourcing are. So let's go. Hi, I'm now with Mariella Masuda. She is the area director of sales for Dimension Development. She is currently in charge of 4 properties, which is the Courtyard down the way there, Fairfield Inn, Residence Inn, and Hampton. And so we're going to have an interview with her on some of her opinions on outsourcing and some of the effects of outsourcing and how it's affected the hotel industry. So, hi, what do you think? How do you think outsourcing jobs has affected the hotel industry as a whole? How do you think that's affected the broader aspect of the hotel industry?
Okay, so first I'll start by clarifying that the Courtyard, the Fairfield, and the Residence are Marriott properties, and the Hampton is the Hilton property. Outsourcing jobs for both brands, I would say, has been more in the IT aspects. Our call centers, reservation centers, are usually in like Texas. So obviously that stays within the U.S. But for IT, you definitely, when you start escalating, you're dealing with another country. So your question was, how does it affect? I mean, obviously it's taken jobs outside of the U.S. They're probably saving some money in wages. And we are experiencing with a number of clients, a number of clients that are shutting down locally to outsource or to transfer their operations to another country because the wages are cheaper.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay, so my next question is, do you think outsourcing jobs is good for customer and client relationships? Because sometimes it has a changing dynamic when, like you said, jobs are shipped overseas. How does that affect your dynamic and your work environment?
I don't think it is a positive impact. Obviously, because of jobs. Most importantly, I feel that there's not a connection, as much of a connection with the people that are in other countries when they're talking to people here. A lot of times there's a little bit of a language barrier. A lot of our clients do get a little impatient because they want to deal with someone that's on property.
Definitely.
Or inside the country.
Definitely.
Yes.
And now my last question for you is, what is your personal opinion on outsourcing as a whole, whether that's on a local level or a wider level? What is your personal opinions?
Personally, I wish that we would keep it. I understand that there is a higher cost involved. I mean, you can literally pay, $12 here an hour, and in like Mexico, less than $1 an hour.
Yeah.
So obviously I understand that there's huge cost savings, but I do personally think that it is not beneficial for our economy locally and in the United States. I wish we could keep them here.
Definitely. All right, thank you so much for the interview. I really appreciate it.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Well, I was just on my way to go interview my dad's coworker, Claudia, and they both work at Boston Scientific in the production section. What we're going to ask her is about how outsourcing in general has affected her and her coworkers and what they feel about it, depending on their job security. And here we go.
Hello, I'm John.
Hi, I'm Claudia.
You work at?
I work at Boston Scientific.
Okay. So I'd like to ask you how outsourcing has affected you and your coworkers.
Outsourcing has affected us in many different ways here at Boston Scientific. We currently found out that the company will be moving to several different areas, and there are mixed feelings about it. I personally feel disappointed, and also like I don't have enough time on my hands to complete school because I have to worry now about what time our company will be totally moving, and do I have my goals, will I have my goals finished by then? I'm disappointed in the company in the sense that it employs many people and we all need our jobs, and just the thought that myself and everyone else will be losing our jobs is a scary thought, especially in the economy that we live in and the state that we live in. It's very expensive, and it's not the easiest thing nowadays to find a job that's secure and also with the benefits that we need to survive on a daily basis. The way that I think it affected my coworkers, it's pretty much the same way. A lot of them have been here for many, many years, and it's tough to transition from working in a company for 10 plus years to starting all over somewhere else. It's tough also in the sense that a lot of the group is an older age, and a lot of them feel that they might not be able to find another job similar to this with another company because they might be looking for somebody that's younger. And also people are worried just in general about what their next move would be from here.
I'd also like to ask a quick question. From the company's point of view, why do you think they did this?
I think that from the company's point of view, they're doing this because California is an expensive state, and it's not easy to maintain a business here without paying maybe high taxes, and also the wages that are increasing might be tough for them to work with so many employees. I think that's a huge reason. If you move out of the country, that might save the company a lot of money. Wages are a lot less in some countries. It's easier to work with their employees, and here it's just kind of getting out of control. I've seen a pattern, not only this company but others that are doing the same, and it's a scary thought because there isn't much production or going on here anymore in the States in general. And I know not only myself but everyone else is thinking, if this company is moving and others have as well, what more will happen? What other companies will move next? And when that does happen, what will happen to us and our opportunities for work?
So, last question. So, you're saying that once this goes through, people of your skill set and will have less job opportunities because most of it is already out of state?
Yes, I definitely think so. I think that, I mean, of course, there's still a lot of companies that are here. But I do see, like I said, that there's a pattern of, big companies like this, especially that work in production, are looking for other locations where they can do their work and their production at a lot, cheaper rate, and just, be able to maintain that a lot easier somewhere else. So, I mean, I hope for the best, but it's pretty tough.
Okay, thank you.
No
Thank you
problem.
for answering my question.
No problem.